Good morning, everybody. This is Matador from freetradingvideos.com. Happy Monday. It's the 4th of May, 2009, and we are looking at a bit of a gap up this morning. Two economic events coming up at 10 o'clock a.m. Construction spending and pending home sales. Just taking a zip through Yahoo Finance. And we can see some of the news here. I wanted to click on these top stories and just look at a couple of them with you. Get rid of that. A little bit bigger. There we go. So Tyson posts fiscal second quarter loss on some charges. Pepsi Bottling rejects PepsiCo acquisition offer, and Obama to crack down on business taxes. Interesting. So Wall Street looks to extend recent gains on these housing and construction industries news events coming up here. So we'll see what happens after 10 o'clock. But right now, people are feeling pretty good about how the United States is spending money. That's helping a lot. I read about the swine flu and heard about that this morning. Some of the news around that is that they think it's stabilizing at least, and people are just pretty happy about that as well. So China think tank economy to grow 7% in the second quarter. So some news in here, looking at some stabilization and a little gap up this morning. The spiders, if I take this and make some 24-hour data after it, you'll see this little gap up we've got going on. So this is where we closed yesterday. Now it's all scrunched up. That's all right. Some overhead resistance. We saw that from before, and that's what we're kind of running up into right now, right through here. So 88.80 area, 88.34 right now was the last. And so we'll see if it can hold on. Of course, again, those two economic numbers are going to be huge as to whether we can hold on to this gain. So let's take a look through some of the rest of it. So on a daily chart, like we've been seeing before, this nice high base that we've been talking about could have failed, of course, but it looks like it popped out to the upside here, made a nice run to the next logical place of resistance, and now we're going to stabilize up in this area at least for 1, 2, and maybe even today. We'll see what happens again. So that's a daily chart. Remember, that's just a beautiful run up into resistance on a weekly chart, and so seeing a higher swing low after sell-off wouldn't be all that uncommon. So again, a nice high base on a weekly chart and a push higher would be pretty amazing. So watch carefully how you trade long into the S&P 500 and the broad markets in general. And of course, keep your eye on the trend Q, the VIX, even the tick if you're trading intraday as well. And we'll see what happens. So let's take a look at the Dow Jones ETF. Largely the same chart, almost exactly the same, and the Qs much stronger. Right, so we kind of do these comparisons. Beautiful breakout above all this resistance, chewed higher right into the 200 MA, which would be very, very close to the 50 MA on the weekly chart. There he is. Yep. So again, if this was a 40 MA on a weekly chart, not a 50, which is what it is, then that would have touched it perfectly. So anyway, 5 bars make up every one of these weekly bars. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Right, 40, 80, 120, 160, 200. So you get the idea. 5 bars, 540 MA bars would make up 200 MA on a daily chart. So again, right in here, just be careful of this resistance. Looks like we're chewing our way through that too. We can kind of back this chart up and see that this resistance is also being tested from before and even broken. So that's fantastic. Great gap fill back here. I would put 36 as a great area of resistance on the way back up if I didn't go back and fine-tune this. So very nice. That's our nice relative strength broad market index. So keep your eye on all these things, see how they're doing today, and happy trading. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and again, I appreciate all your comments from before. Stay tuned for my noon video and D7 after the close, and we'll be talking at you. Have a great day, everybody.